Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to tonight's live stream. Welcome to the cave, the nerd hole, the geek room, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, yeah, thanks for joining. I initially wanted to do this stream out in my garage. I tried desperately to get the internet connectivity to do it. Couldn't do it. I brought my range extender, plugged it in directly, moved the router. It just, I think I just need to get a stronger router. Yeah, it was kicking my butt. Audio looks good. Doesn't look like I'm pinging too high, so we'll wait to see if anybody says anything about that. We'll move out of studio mode, and it looks like we are getting all right. Stream health looks good. I think we're cooking with fire. So, oh, let me mess with spot focus. I guess let's do this. Focus. No, spot focus is on. Sorry, still learning this camera. There are just so many features in this thing. It's actually pretty ridiculous. We'll do that. Still autofocus. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, the puppies, they're going to be walking around doing some stuff. So, with the fact that we can't be in the garage tonight, it limits me a little bit on some things. But what we can do, I want to say, is like 80% of what I wanted to do anyway. And it's going to be little tidbits, bits and pieces of what we were going to do anyway. I have a freshly clear-coated helmet here. Now, it's not the best clear coat job. I could have spent days polishing this, but the dude just wanted a black Iron Man helmet. It actually looks like the black Power Ranger helmet. I think it's actually pretty cool. This is going to be getting red LED eyes. It's going to be really pretty neat, but I'm going to show you guys how I kind of buff and polish this to make it look good. And what I'm thinking about doing is I'll do half the face mask and see if we can make a big difference. I haven't buffed and clear coated or buffed and polished black paint and clear coat in years. It's been a long time. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I also have a Mark 1 Iron Man helmet that we can weld. Just do a little bit of welding on, kind of cover some techniques. So that will be going together. That looks pretty good. That. And this is all printed. This right here, all four pieces were printed on an Ender 3 pretty easily. They barely used any supports. I just used one really skinny tree support in there, and it was perfect. So we'll be welding that. We can talk some other projects. I also have this thing right here. No one on YouTube's seen this yet. This is a Mark 85 Iron Man bust off of Thingiverse. It is by a maker named Happy Moon. There's a free STL file. Just search Mark 85, and it's like one of the first things that pops up. I've had this STL file since I started 3D printing, and it's just always been sitting on my files. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to make this. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to paint it gold. I'm going to try to make it like a really nice metal gold, so it looks like a trophy. And either I'll keep it or it'll be maybe in a giveaway contest. I don't know. We'll see. Play it by ear. So we have that going on. We were going to be. Yeah, I was going to, initially, I was going to finish assembling, and nobody on YouTube has seen this yet. This. Oh, well, the autofocus. Hold on. Let me turn it back on. There we go. Yeah, so I was going to be assembling this thing. So this is, if anybody doesn't know, this is Guts's Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk. And I've been printing it pretty quickly, actually. I only started this project like 3 days ago. And printed it in a bunch of pieces. I could have printed it bigger if I wanted to, like in less sections, but just the way the STL file was cut, I got off a CG Trader. There's going to be a build video on this. However, down here kept failing. There's actually a chunk missing right here, about like a 3 or 4 inch gap that needs to get finished being printed, and it keeps failing. There's a lot of things going on with the printer I'm using on them, and then the handle. So this is a pretty big print. It's actually taller if you count the handle, which I guess you would have to. It's actually taller than my Buster sword, but not by much. Like, can I back up enough to give you guys some scale here? Like, barely taller. So, but it's about the same size. And I am a sucker for big weapons. Big props. So this is going to be fun. I can at the very least start welding something like here to here. To this purple is ready to be welded, and then this handle actually goes all the way into here. And I modified the STL. I actually used mesh mixer to put a hole inside of the handle that goes all the way through, and it's for an 8mm rod. So that'll be in the build video on actually, and this actually reminds me of Gypsy Danger sword from Pacific Rim, that like chain sword that comes out because it's still floppy. So that's fun. That's what we got going on there. Don't ask me about Berserk. I don't know anything about it. I am a poser. This is probably the first time that I am making a weapon that I know nothing about. It just looked really cool, and I'm not going to pretend to know. I do want to go and watch that anime though, so that'll be kind of fun. It isn't canonically actually. My Buster Sword's too big, and and granted, this Dragon Slayer sword is going to be about. Oh, actually, sorry. So I printed the rest of it. I printed the rest of it. However, I messed up my settings and I never switched my infill back. So this is what 2% gyroid infill looks like. And it's very weak. So this is how much taller that sword was supposed to be. And it comes with pegs. There's actually like mounting pegs to slot into like the parts. And I didn't notice it until it was done. Like I took it off and I saw it in there, and that's why I canceled it. It's not done. And I'm like, oh my god, that's not enough infill. This is all 10% infill, 2%. Now this would have been okay near the top of the blade, near the tip. However, this is going right above the handle, and it would have came apart. There's no metal rod in this part, so yeah, it kind of looks like the Titanic. Kinda. Yeah, that's in poor taste. So that didn't work out. The whole sword went great, and then the last two parts decided they wanted to fail on me, so that's fun. Yeah, you're going to be seeing some dogs walking in and out. Dude, that would be legit if you could make it function like Gypsy Danger Sword, like a sword whip. We'll talk about that. About other things. How long did it take the Mark 1 helmet? This Mark 1 helmet, these two parts took 12 hours maybe each, and then these were like 6 hours. There's not a long print at all. I had it on a much higher quality, just to get nice lines, just so the welds looked good. You can actually see some of the gyroid peeking through, but this is such an easy print. They're fun to just pump out. The print Tanic, yeah, something like that. And what else do we got going on? There's a lot, dude. Guys, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff. The Cryoman project. This is going to be a little YouTube video eventually. So this is the Mark 40 Iron Man. It actually has a visor. That's just me doing that. And this is actually an Iron Man suit from Iron Man 3. And this is for a special project. I'm printing just the suit, just the raw parts for somebody. Only the parts. That's it. That's all that's coming out of this. And I'm sending him the parts, and he's going to be building his own Iron Man suit modified for stage use. He's a DJ. So he's going to be making a big robotic animatronic suit for himself using parts of the Mark 40. So it's going to be really cool. And this thing looks really cool. Ow. So I figured if it fits my big ass head, it'll fit his. So I had the arms done in the other room, but I don't want to harp too much on that one. That's just kind of another fun little side project we got going on. What grit sandpaper do you use? In what regard? For what? For this? For that? Be a little more specific, and I will answer. I just got a CR10 V2 last week and just finished printing Mjolnir on it. Hell yeah. How much infill is the Iron Man Mark 1 helmet? 5, maybe? Yeah, yeah, I think this is 5% gyroid infill. And the microphone's itching my waist. It's hard to see, but Star Boost is done. Like 99% done. The last two parts are on my printers right now, and they're the back of the shins. So or the back of the thighs. Yeah, back of the thighs. I did the back of the shins. Back of the thighs that go right there. So everything's printed. This is it. This is Star Boost, like in a box, boxes, crates, containers. So I'm gonna weld some parts to Star Boost tonight. Not many, mostly because I cut parts of the thighs off, the bottom right here, so I can weld those. I can weld the shins. I might weld parts of the chest, but I'm not sure yet because of how I might want to wear this. So we're going to see about that. But this is everything. And I just had enough filament. I did cheat, though, to speed some things up. And I'll talk about that in the video, the next update video. There's two little vents on the back that I did print in red Sunlu PLA Plus, just because I got down to my last 2 rolls, and what I needed to do, instead of waiting for my Ender 5 Pluses to finish so I could then keep sending the prints, I knew I had enough. So instead of waiting, I printed these on my Ender 3. So there are going to be 2 parts to this that aren't actually monoprice, but I think that's okay because I still had enough. So 15 rolls was enough to do this. And like stated in I think another video, I accidentally printed some things in that monoprice PLA Plus. This Z sword was printed in I messed up. I labeled all the rolls, and I was only using the donated monoprice for Star Boost. I mixed some stuff up, and I accidentally printed this and parts of the Buster sword in the Sunlu PLA Plus or monoprice PLA Plus. But even with that, I still had enough. So what I'm gonna do is I can weigh everything and be like, okay, all of this plus the waste weighs 14.5 kilograms. I know that half a kilogram went to this, went to the Buster sword. So there's just some math that needs to get done. It was a mistake on my part, but I still had enough. So 15 rolls is pretty good for what I think it was. Got like the cod piece here. That's not right. There you go. So here's the cod piece, just a big old plastic underwear. Yeah, I'm excited about this. This is some cool stuff. So we can move on to some other things. These are parts of the thigh. Look how nice that came out. You guys can actually see this on this camera resolution finally. Just how nice these hexagons have been coming out. Like, absolutely beautiful. So, and then I saw Oracle's Cave. I don't know if he's in here tonight. Another printer guy, he noticed something about Star Boost, but I haven't gotten to that part yet of fitting it, so we're going to see what happens when I get there. Oh, I got a sneeze coming. I'm not going to sneeze on camera. I'm going to sneeze off camera. Sorry, microphone headphone users. Let's see, questions. Fun news, I almost swallowed my SD card. I've done that. I get that. You don't even need to explain how that happened. Save for the Iron Man helmet. This was done with 200 grit, 60 grit on my palm sander. This was done with 60 grit on my palm sander, and then primed it with sandable primer or just any automotive primer. Sanded it with 200 grit just to smooth it down. Gloss black, clear coat, and then we're here. That's it. No wet sanding yet. We're gonna buff and polish this. What have you used to get the printing lines are not seen? I sand my prints. What grid sandpaper? Okay, blue, 80 grit palm sander, the quick. Hey, Max, and you know it. So first off, let's buff and polish this. We're gonna do the face mask first. We'll start small, okay? So for buffing, polishing, and waxing my prints, which this will be in a tutorial. I have the how to paint tutorial. I'm editing that right now. I already filmed it. So I use 3 things. I use McGuire's Gold Class. This is the last thing I use. This is the wax. This is all over that, which is actually, he's due for a waxing soon. McGuire's Ultimate Compound, and then Autoglim Super Resin Polish. I'm going to start with this first, and let's do half the mask. Let's see what that does. I don't want to risk taping. I guess I could tape a line. Yeah, we'll tape a line. Should it affect it? Yeah? I don't want to risk ruining the black paint, so it's gonna. What I was gonna do is I was gonna tape off half, buff polish one side, and then we have a nice clean line. But that could actually affect how it looks in the end, so I don't want to risk it. Hey, Toman. So why won't you do a step-by-step electric Iron Man setup? If you know what would go wrong, you also know how to fix it. What do you mean, Michael? Like electronics, like how I wired up my entire suit step by step. This is A, B, C, D. Is that what you're talking about? So I'm gonna throw a little bit of, oh, I don't want to use that one. That one has Dookie on it. Get a clean microfiber cloth. Make sure there's no bits and plastics and messed up stuff out. I've only waxed him each part once since I've finished the suit. Is the wax the reason it's not as shiny as Aaron's suit, or is that the clear coat? That's the clear coat. He has professional spray gun clear coat. His clear coat is way more expensive than mine. The wax should make it shiny though. That's what, when you wax a car, you bring that depth to it. So if I go and wax him enough, he'll be as shiny as Aaron's. So Michael, I want to show you guys bits and pieces of how to do everything. In the end, I will have shown you enough for you guys to go and do it. At the same time, I need to keep some stuff for myself. And what I mean by that is, I've already shared a lot. And now I'm not talking like I'm going to start being stingy. I mean, I'm going to give you guys tutorials on how to do electronics. Not my electronics, not a whole wiring diagram of my suit, even though I kind of already did. Because if you just copy it exactly, you didn't learn anything. You learned how to copy. You didn't learn how to create your own system. You didn't learn how to take a basic wiring system, a light, a switch, and a battery, and incorporate it in your own style. All you did was copy. And I've seen this affect people. This is all over the 3D printing community. This is everywhere. It's the kiss of death in any hobby. So I want to give you guys the tools to be able to go and do this stuff by yourself. And I will help you, but I'm not going to spoon feed everybody every single time about everything. I want you guys to learn. So with the rubbing compound, I'm literally just doing little circles. Now, rubbing compound is like super sandpaper, basically. That's what rubbing compound is. It starts at a liquid higher grit, and as you move it and buff and polish it, it actually breaks down the chemical to smaller and smaller grits until it really doesn't do anything. So then once you do that, so it's like wet sanding, but not really. That's what buffing is. Like with rubbing compound. And if you see somebody do this, you'll see them with like the buffer on their car, the spinning thing, you know, that's what I'm doing just by hand. Now you can do this on a car by hand if you want. Whew, that made a big difference. You can, no you can't. So the entire electrical system in my suit, I'm only using 1 amp, maybe 2 amps max, 12 volt. That is the most that this battery pack puts out. This won't kill you. Now you could get a couple capacitors, you could wire some stuff up, make a short-term taser basically. This could hurt you, but nothing I'm ever going to show you will hurt you. It might zap you, like this could probably, like if your fingers were wet and you get a little jolt, this won't kill you. You could kill somebody quicker with this just by hitting them in the head with it before you could ever figure out a way to electrocute them. Just don't plug it into your wall. Do you push it hard or just... You keep a good pressure on it. You definitely do. How do you get all your followers on Instagram? Did you get all your followers? I'm starting an account for makers. You got to make stuff people like, man. Reddit helped me a lot. That's a different topic for a different story, different day. So hopefully I can get this to focus on it properly. So I might have to take the camera off and zoom in on it. So this is the compounded side. Oh, that might be it. All right, right there. Okay, cool. So you guys see how this is hazy right here, the light reflection. Oh. Right there. Stay to it. And then when I go to this side, it's a little bit sharper. There it is. See how much sharper that reflection is compared to that side? It's misty, right? It's a little bit more hazy, but then this side already is clearer. Basically just wet sanding the clear coat, but I'm buffing it. So you can sit here all day with this, but now I'm going to move to the polish. Medium force. Whoa. Shake it up. Yes. Now if I went downstairs, if I got some wet sandpaper, I think I have this. I have 2,000 grit wet sandpaper right here. I could do that. Because of the individual this is going to, and I'm already on a time crunch. I'm not too worried about it. It's more than what he was expecting anyway. So, yep. You hit 2,000 on TikTok? That's awesome, dude. I came here a bit late. What did you say the highest grit you used on it before buffing? 200 grit, maybe? So then polish just kind of goes over it and literally just polishes it. It gives it a nice shine. It fills in some little indents. You're really not pushing too hard on this. You're literally just polishing it until it all dries up. And then... I still got to wire in the lights. Oh, I forgot how good this stuff smells. This polish smells really good. Is he live or premiered video? Please tell. What are you talking about? Iron Man Alley? Oh, hey man, what's up? This smells like a spice. This polish. It literally smells like something you have in your kitchen. So polish will give it a little bit of reflectivity, a little bit more reflectivity, and make it smooth. Like if you guys could, oh, actually. I don't know if you can hear that. Maybe. This is rubbing compound. Just rubbing compound. That's all you need. So then I did the polish, and now I'm gonna wax it. This, if I could wear this as a cologne, I would. This is the best smelling car wax. I use it on my car. Like I don't have much left. See, not a lot. So wax. Stop getting high on compound. No, I can't. I can't do that. So you take a little bit of wax, smear it. See, then you apply it. Just spread it around. So see how half of it's wet now? We'll move in. And that's it. I'm going to let that dry now. I'm probably going to let that sit almost to the end of the stream, and we're going to take a look at it. So that's how I buff and polish and wax. And I'm going to go and do this to this entire helmet, just not tonight. Like I just want to show you guys different methods I'm using. Where can I put this that it won't get destroyed? Nowhere. That's it. That's it. And I did that for the entire suit. I don't feel like taking that off. I never did that helmet right there, that guy. I only finished clear coating it for the photo shoot. I actually never buffed and polished that helmet. But I could kind of skip welding the Mark 1 helmet, even though I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to weld this. So while this is heating up, my handy dandy soldering iron. Let me plug this in, because, you know, gotta plug it in. Okay. That's all the power in my house goes out. Alright. How would you go about weather an armor piece? Buff and polish before or after weathering? On a weathered piece, I wouldn't. You're gonna buff and polish to bring that metallic shine up. Now, there are some armors you might see, some cosplays you might see, where you'll actually notice that they have a super high gloss finish. It's like, it's crazy, it's beautiful, and then it's also weathered, like airbrushed, but even the airbrushing and the weathering is glossy, and it wouldn't be. Actually, let me take this down. This is, so I haven't premiered this video yet either. It's still a work in progress. So this is my World War II Captain America shield. And you can see that it's really not that shiny at all. I got rid of the metallic, the gloss finish on it because it's dirty, it's weathered, it's supposed to look used. Now, if this was super glossy, it would look like it was painted on. It would look like it was just a sticker. So you kind of have to make that choice. But typically, if something's going to start getting weathered and damaged, it's not going to be glossy. It's going to lose that shine. I literally was throwing this around my garage. I got done with the paint job, and then I took a knife to it, scratched it. I was literally dragging the edges on the ground. Look at the gold back. Ooh, look at that. That's the weld line, and I'm actually going to put a leather strap over that, so that's why I didn't actually fill that in. But the back's nice and gold and shiny, and then this isn't. So you gotta have to pick. It's creative freedom. You can do what you want, but. But then we have this. We have my World War, my Endgame shield. Now this is metal. It's supposed to look like metal. That never looked like metal. In the Captain America movies, that was never like a metallic finish. His shield was painted. It was always just a red, white, and blue painted shield, a painted piece of metal. Where this is supposed to be metallic. So you have to weather it like metal weathers. That weathered like paint weathers. There's a difference. So it's material science. It's really thinking and looking, how is something going to take damage? And then you damage it like that. You build it up in layers. So this still has that nice metal shine to it. This still has that, you know, metallic look, and it has reflectivity, but it doesn't, the weathering is on top of that. You can see the metallic, you can see everything through it. And I'm still working on the back. Obviously I have more lines to fill, but it is coming out. And then obviously I gotta put the leather straps. So the build videos on these will be a little bit delayed because the leather straps are taking forever to get here. We'll put that back there. And then I fixed my armor stand. My armor stand looks way better now. It's a lot more natural. He's actually taller than me now, which he should be. And there's a tutorial coming for that. So I'm excited. Let's see. All right, what do we got? What do we got? How would you go about weathered armor? Yeah, Ali, stop spamming, please. If you do that again, you will be removed. I don't mess around. I do my mods. Yep. Glossy airbrush weathering. Tomek, yes, you know exactly. You've seen it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't look right. There is a big difference between weathering and faking weathering. I damaged those shields. That's not like fake weathering. I literally went and damaged them. And I had to improvise a little bit on how the materials react, but I took a knife to them. I threw them around. I dragged them. I stepped on them. I weathered them. Did you figure out the cards on the back? Yes, I did, G, kind of. Here's another way to PLA weld. Harder grit. What do you mean? Hello, Frank. Nice fixing. Thank you. The old shield was also like a stage prop, which explains the visual. Yeah, Chris, exactly. It was a piece of metal. They painted, you know, the American colors on it, and it was just there for him to hold on stage. That was it. He just happened to also take it into battle that one time. So it was metal, or else Red Skull's fist would have went right through it. It kind of already did, though. So yeah, exactly. It's paint. Painted metal versus that the actual Captain America shield he uses. That's like an anodized, you know, powder-coated metallic shield. It's a completely different paint application. I guarantee you they were not painted in the same way. All right, let's weld the mask, shall we? And I can actually use this tape that I was going to use. So, whenever I PLA weld, make sure that your surfaces are nice and flat. Now, this printed standing up like this, so I don't got to worry about that. This printed like that, so I want to make sure my raft and my brim, everything's removed, and there's actually a little bit right there. The old shield was also saved. I don't have money for this type of stuff, so can or did you make a vid on... Oh, ow. Oh, that went right under my nail. Oh, no. Oh. Piece of the raft went right under my nail. Oh, my God. That hurt. That much. Oh, I'm bleeding. Ow, 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 ow. Anyway. Let's see. Did you make a vid of doing cheap cosplay items? Now, Michael, what do you mean by cheap cosplay items? Because that's very ambiguous. This is a cheap cosplay item if you print it properly. I have people message me asking, how do you print a helmet? How many rolls of filament do you use in an Iron Man helmet? I can print 2 of these in 1 roll. Where when I started out, I used a roll just to print 1 helmet, and it wasn't even good. So it's about managing materials and managing costs. The Buster Sword that's sitting right here. This is only about 2.5, 3 kilograms of PLA, where it looks like it would be much more. So you have to manage it in that sense. A cheap cosplay item to you might not be cheap to me, or vice versa. So you have to start and make small things. I didn't have the money when I started this either. That's why I was trying to make an Iron Man suit on a budget. Use a Dremel with a small piece of PLA to friction weld the parts. You could do that. You could do that. What What I did on mine is literally scraping off red layers to reveal silver under mine and going over what? Exactly. I'm wondering also giving it shine now. Tomei, that's exactly what I did to that shield. I chromed the entire thing, then I did the red on top of it. So as I scraped the red off, it revealed the silver metallic underneath, which that's how metal would damage and weather. Is the Creality Ender 3 okay to get versus the CR10S? I'm a little more friendly on my wallet. Matt Lawson, it depends on what you want to print. If you want to jump right into cosplay and big things and helmets and armor, get this CR10S. But if you want to start small, little figurines, little busts, maybe a helmet at the biggest, an Ender 3 is perfect. I want to test this first. I basically want to heat the shield up and punch it. How thick is that shield? G, you couldn't. If you wanted to get the red fist punch in it, you would need to heat it up and push slowly. Heat it up, push slowly. You couldn't just go through it because if you got it that hot, it would just melt the plastic. It's probably that thick. Not thick at all. 1/8 of an inch max. What's up, Hulk Smash? Yes. I'm working on an arc reactor Mark 1. That's awesome. I don't have a printer or anything type of equipment. I guess cardboard. You can start a cardboard, man. Start a cardboard build. I've seen people use cardboard. How's the energy blade turning out? Good. Let's not talk about that. So, I need to get the rest of this off, and we're just going to weld the front, and then I'll weld the back another time. So, yeah, cool. So you want to, so I tape everything together because you want that proper alignment, right? Right. Wrong. You want terrible alignment. You want terrible results. So it looks like I had a little bit of lifting and I didn't even realize it. Lifting is the worst. It is the worst thing. And I'm fighting it on some of my printers and I don't want to talk about it. Exactly. It's about understanding the methods. I've never watched a weathering tutorial. I've never watched a how to weather, how to damage, because that's going to give me somebody else's ideas. And I don't want that. I want to try to develop it on my own. And it's been working pretty good so far. Now I'm sure there's things I'm doing wrong. Okay, sorry. I've watched Adam Savage talk about weathering before, not actually like him weathering. And but it's just understanding how would that thing take the damage. You know, I don't have a printer or anything. So okay. Arc reactor. Ali, careful. That's close to spamming again. Be careful. All right, so I have it taped up. There it is. The Mark 1 helmet. They make a funny Halloween costume, right? Just put a band around it. So I have it lined up, and the way I cut this, and if you saw it in the build video, is I cut it right under the weld. So even if this plastic weld looks like dookie, it will kind of be hidden. So a lot of people are using EVA foam because of how forgiving it is for beginners. Yes, EVA foam is a great starter. I skipped it. Do your printer's life, bro? What? Do your printers... What? What, Chris? Yeah, I can drag prints in the mud or paint it brown paint if it helps. Yep, exactly. So I'm going to hold this now, and I don't want to really have to adjust the camera too much, so I'm just going to kind of hold it like this while I weld. So for the back, I'm going to start getting that structure, right? I'm going to start actually trying to just get the parts fused. So I'm going to make kind of crosses and just pull them into each other. I have a fan blowing behind me that's blowing like away from my head, so I'm not worried about these fumes right now, but do this in a well-ventilated area, or have a fan on, or have a respirator on, because melting plastic is still bad for you, PLA or not. It's not good for you. You don't want to breathe this stuff in. So I'm just going to make these stitches. Okay. What's this temperature at? This is at 400 degrees Celsius. Yeah. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? You probably get to witness heat burn and natural weathering in your work every day. Great. Not really. Not like you do. I don't go and like study. I don't really study any of it, you know, like I know what it looks like. I mean, all of us know what melted metal looks like. Very similar to melted plastic, ironically. Thank you so much for all the tutorials. I've used foam for the last 2 years, and now I've watched so many of your videos and learned so much. I'm going to hopefully try and start 3D printing soon. Matt Lawson, hit me up on Instagram, man, if you want to talk more about printing. Instagram, join the Discord, whatever the hell. I will talk your ear off. We can get you set in the right direction on what you want to do. If you're doing cosplay, it sounds like you want to do the bigger things. So maybe a CR10S is actually where you want to start. It's where I started. And I still have that printer. Are you good enough to do it with your eyes closed? Yes. And then I get a free trip to the hospital. Hey, Cryoman Winter. What's up? So now that I have the innards welded, that's it. I honestly could take the tape off. I'm going to leave it, though, on one side. And now I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting here because this doesn't line up perfectly. See? So I'm going to actually bend this while I weld it into place and just hold it out. And just be careful with this because you don't want to burn yourself. Now, a big thing that can affect this is your infill, especially when you're welding it, because you don't want to go too far from the top and bottom layers. Because if you go too far away through the print, you're going to start digging into your infill and you'll just start punching holes in the print. So you got to be careful. I've done that plenty of times. Ask me how I know. And I'm sure you've all seen it. If you've been plastic welding, you see all the smoke coming off. You'll start to go through and you'll just pop a hole in. You're like, whoa, wait. And that's you going too far, basically. You want to just weld the top and bottom layer. Luckily, this helmet is, like, by nature, a piece of crap, so it really helps this whole creative process of not giving a shit. And then I'm not really going to mess with the outsides today, but while I'm holding it, it's still hot. I'm just going to run some cool air over it. Yep, cool. All right, keep hitting me with them questions. We're getting some good ones today. We're getting a lot of good ones. I really appreciate this. It makes the stream much more interesting. So that side's welded now. Oh. And now let's go and do this side. Yeah. All right, this side lined up way better actually. So that's okay. So it's just a little crooked. That's my B, but whatever. We'll live. Odd question, but how come melting plastic is printing doesn't produce smoke, but melting it with soldering iron does? Because this is at 400 degrees, your printer's at 200 degrees. Big difference. Frank, wouldn't you want to use a heat gun to soften the whole area? What do you mean, Chris? The spots where I'm welding? No, because then you're going to lose structure. And if you guys want a better welding tutorial, go check out my welding tutorial, because that's why I made these videos. They're fun. For those of you guys watching who don't know, I did start a Twitch. And the reason I started a Twitch is because I want to use Twitch for more laid-back streams, for anything. We have something on the Discord called Frank's Workshop, and I'll literally just stream myself working. Exactly this. But not in a less structure. It's literally me, oh, I want to work on this tonight. Let me just turn on the webcam. You guys can watch. We can talk and chat. That's what Twitch is going to kind of be for. A few nights ago, I was setting up my printer room, rebuilding the whole printer room, getting the printer set up. I'm in the garage because I can do it off my phone a lot easier with good quality. So you guys can catch me in the garage. And it's a little fun place to just hang out and chat. So go check that out. I definitely recommend streaming that. Following that, I'd really appreciate it. It'd be really cool. And YouTube is going to be the more structured tutorials, and I'm actually showing you something specific. They're planned out. Even though I was planning again to be in the garage, but I couldn't get the internet to work out there, so we're in here doing primarily the same thing I was going to be doing, just in the same environment. I want to take you guys places, you know? I want to show you other places, not just the same room all the time, even though the Iron Man suit behind me is pretty cool. IMO. Cool. Welding tutorial. Okay, I would think to use heat guns so you would have a larger area, relax, and not pull your weld. I get that. You could, but I wouldn't want to risk messing with the part itself. I saw the Amazon shelves. I'd order them if delivery didn't cost so much. Yeah, Poland. Yeah, they're UK Amazon. So that's one piece now. That's it. Like, that's actually like on there. I could go in there and start smoothing all these out, making them look good. And so you can see, let me see if I can jump in on this. No, there we go. So you can see right underneath it where the weld and the cut is. So literally all I have to do is just take the soldering iron and kind of just barely cover this. Now let's see if I can actually keep this in center while I do this. So I'm not welding the front, I'm literally just covering it. And that line is gone now. So it's a little discolored, yeah, but when I paint it and prime it, it's going to be gone. But there's not that solid line anymore. I didn't show you guys that in the welding tutorial. I've actually thought about making a new welding tutorial because I've learned so much in just different techniques, but future problems. When I'm really struggling for content, maybe we'll go back and start redoing some things. Heat gun can be too much heat though. It's one thing from peeling prints. Yes, exactly. You're correct. So that's one part now. That's it. It's a fun mask. I won't weld the back one. We'll move on to something a little more interesting because I don't think you guys want to watch me weld this whole time. I know I friggin' don't. I don't want to. I do not want to do that the whole time. I can show you some parts of Star Boots though, and we can weld some of those up. Unless you guys have any requests or suggestions on something you would like to see, we'll kind of chime that in there. That's soda. Neat. Cool. That, I'm done sanding that. I wanted to paint that tonight, but I can't because we're not in the garage. That sucks. Guts' sword. Ooh. Ooh, Guts' sword. How to participate in Comic-Con. You gotta find a Comic-Con near you. I'd almost want to cut it at the weld so it can be sloppy with... I tried that. The reason I got rid of it, though, is because if you cut it on the weld, you need supports in here. That's why I cut it there. Instead of cutting it, because if I had cut this on the weld, there would have been it's tricky. You can try it. There was a very specific reason I did that because there's weld here and there's weld here now on the one piece. So no matter which way you stand it up, you're still going to need supports in there. It was a mess of weird supports. Now you could probably go without them, but then you're going to get droopage. This way, since I cut underneath it, this weld was directly on the bed, and then I was able to flip it over. Actually, I printed it like this, the bottom part. There's a reason. Matt Lawson with the $5. Thank you, dude. You didn't need to do that at all. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. You have the floor. Dude, you're so helpful. I'm sending you my first ever super chat. Thank you. Thank you for giving a crap and liking any of this. Yeah. Thank you. Just reading that reminds me on the instruction booklet on the heat gun. This is not a hair dryer. Yeah. Yeah, you can use a hair dryer. Yeah, get a heat gun. Just do it. Matt, thank you, dude. I wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for you guys. If I didn't have an audience, if I didn't have people watching this, if I didn't have people who gave a shit and wanted to learn, like, I would have barely been able to finish this thing with the budget I was on, and that kind of would have been it. And I wouldn't have learned as much talking to you guys and exchanging and really just. This thing would have been terrible. Like the paint probably would have been great. I can paint. I know I can paint. That was easy. But damn, everything else would have been a nightmare. And like, look at all the cool shit I get to do now. Look at all this is ridiculous. So thank you. I mean, like. Somebody modeled me the Z sword. Somebody's modeling me some other weapons. I have a Buster sword. I have that. I'm working on my second. Like, I have things I never dreamed I would own. Like, so thank you. And so anything I can do to give back to you guys, I want to. I really absolutely want to. Yeah, thank you. So if you have any requests, let me know. I'm always open to requests. I read the comments everywhere. I respond to everybody I can on Instagram. So I try to be very cognizant of what you guys want. There is an armor stand tutorial coming out this week. Yes, I'm finally making one. because you guys have just been asking and hounding and can't use Google. It's fine though. Um, Heimdall sword. Yeah, Jeet actually modeled a really cool Heimdall sword, and let's not worry about that. When gonna do something Gundam? You hinted ages ago and been curious. What do you want to see me do, Gundam? I do have my Gundam helmet, my Wing Zero helmet, that I just don't want to finish. Like it's here, but it's not the best model, so like it's very difficult, and it like got messed up, and it's a mess. I don't want to finish this, so it just sits there. Gundam models though, like would you guys want to see me build one? It's frankly built. Like this is. I can build whatever I want. I'm building, you know, it's anime and nerds and props, so like it coincides. I started off with Marvel, but hell, this channel started off as a car channel, so whatever. I can take it in any direction I want. Creative freedom, if you will. So if you guys, I would absolutely build a Gundam on stream, or I did get the Omegamon Digimon model that I want to build on a live stream. That'll be fun. When are you gonna do something on Instagram? I love you 3000. Thank you. Emmanuel, Wing Gundam helmet. Yeah. Don't ask. It's still in testing. I'll test it. I'd tune into a Gundam build stream. Would you? Hmm. There's no gun. All right. So there is one Gundam I have my eyes on. There's two Gundams I have my eyes on. We'll get back to this in a second. Sorry. Side note. They are releasing the Master Grade Wing Zero 2.0 Verka. I am version Kotoki, and if you don't know who Kotoki is in the Gundam modeling world, look him up. You'll be like, oh, that guy. Very cool designer. Some people don't like him. I don't understand why. His designs are beautiful. He made all the suit designs for Gundam Wing and this waltz. So they're releasing 2.0. Hopefully, it's not the bag of trash that the original Master Grade is, because it's bad. The bootleg I have, the Dragon Momoko Wing Zero, no, Supernova Wing Zero model heart. That's like one of the best models I've ever built. It's like damn bootleg. So DO3D's Epion, I look into that. It's big and needs a 6mm rod. Do you see what I just printed here? This is an 8mm rod. Try me. Yeah. Stay. And I've been trying to get my hands on a certain model for years. Now that I have certain income, thanks guys, I would love to get my hands on it. It is the Typhsturmer, the Mechanicore Deep Striker, basically. Typhsturmer. And I want that. No, I haven't gone to the gym in months. I need to. I feel disgusting. Matt Harley, good luck. So, you guys will know when I start working out again, honestly, because I will be so much more hyper because the pre-workouts I take. But anyway, this is frankly builds, not build. Yeah. That's what actually Kayla said that. My wife was like, it kind of sounds like you have like a workout channel. I'm like, I can see that. Oh.
All right. I don't know why that just cut out. I'm looking at the wrong camera now. Yeah, technically the camera just paused, so I'm gonna see if I can get that back, because that'd be kind of cool. Because I very much prefer using the nice camera. Deactivate it and activate it. Come back, 4K. Frozen stream, no audio. Yeah, I know. What would Frankly do? Yeah, right. I blame Gay Night. Everyone take a shot. Group shots. Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. That's stupid. I feel dumb. I think it's my computer, honestly, because I had the camera linked up to my laptop today, trying to test it from the garage, and it worked pretty good. So I think what I'm going to need to do is just wipe my computer out. Yeah. It's because it's this microphone. There it is. Oh. Oh. Come on. Come back. Come back. I don't want to use this camera. This camera sucks. I don't like using this camera. Boo. How you like that though? Sorry. Yeah, I know.
And we're back. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. It's annoying. We're back though. Hi.
Did it again. I think we just might have to push up with this one. Is my camera overheating? No. Oh god. And it's gone. Yes. All right. Let me switch over my audio inputs here and get it moved over. That's so friggin' annoying. I'm sorry, guys.
How's that, guys? Can you hear me now? I think we're good. I think we're back. Just lower quality now, so that's fun. We should be on the right microphone. Everything looks good. Yep. My transmitter is almost dead. So we're going to go ahead and plug you in to a battery pack. Are you charged? You're not charged. Cool. You're right. It wouldn't be one of my streams without some issues. And we were doing so good too. Like that was like that. Everything was going pretty flawless there for a little while, wasn't it? And then it just catastrophe. So it just does this. I don't know why. It's this Cam 4K link. I think it's my USB ports. I think I have to do some updates and try to troubleshoot that. But every time I go to troubleshoot it, it never does it. Like I never have a problem when I'm trying to replicate it. So I can probably raise the gain a little bit, so we'll find out. No, that's maxed out. And we'll go into here. Yeah, okay. Just getting this set up in a kind of weird way because now I have a wire. Frankly, whoops. All right, audio input. I can try to increase the gain. So we'll go up by 5 and see what that does for us. But I'm here now. We'll go actually try that. How's that? Is that better? Frankly, audio. I'm still looking at the old camera. Why? The room looks so much more cluttered like this. I don't like it at all. Nah, it's definitely a PC issue. I know that, which is annoying because it's like a nice, freshly built PC. I honestly think I have a bug. I think like my USB ports randomly just like quit. So, I don't know. Yeah. There's definitely some... Ooh. That maxed out. We're maxing out audio now. Ooh, I gotta turn the gain down. Let's turn down to 10 now. I'm maxing out the gain on my my desktop. So we're gonna have to grow that. I can see it pinging red, like, whoa. Because I don't have any noise gates or anything on. What can I do? No, I will not stop looking at the wrong camera. So, I might have to get one, yeah. All right, so the wax on the faceplate that you got, there you go. You guys should see that pretty good on this camera, oddly. That's pretty interesting. So, once the wax is dry, just like on your car, the same way you put on you buff it on, wax on, now we're gonna wax off. And we're gonna see what this looks like. Hopefully shiny. And it should come off like almost like flakes, and it should be gritty. Wow. 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 Wowzer, Batman. All right, you can see the haze, you can see it's all hazy. You can actually, all right, so there's the webcam in 1, right? No crisp line, you can see the haziness. Webcam in 2. That made a colossal difference. That is beautiful, and it is so friggin' smooth. Wow. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yep, and that was only with a quick buff and polish. That wasn't even like intensive. That wasn't like crazy. Now you could spend hours doing this. I know for a fact, from the final clear coat stage, I can make this look like glass. You guys saw what my arc reactor right there looks like, right? The chest reactor. That started off with hazy resin, and I polished it into glass. All you have to do is wet sand and go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and you'll get that nice glass finish. The black is the final color. Yes, it is a all black Iron Man helmet for funsies. Not the bust. There's nothing I can really do with the bust because of the fact that it, yeah, can't do anything with it. Only because I can't. The next step is paint. I sanded everything down, and next up is actually painting the damn thing. So there's not much I can do there. I can't spray paint in here as much as I would love to. My wife would not be happy with that. Yeah. So. Here's the rest of the helmet. Needs this spot is really gonna shine good once I buff and polish it. Like that's really that's gonna be beautiful when you see all this. So there'll be pictures on Instagram once this is done before the guy comes and picks it up. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think we should weld some parts to Star Boost and start making some big parts. That's what I want to do. No, I can. Oh, there's a lot I can do. There's a lot I can do. I'm just trying the camera one more time, but it doesn't look like it wants to cooperate. So I think we're gonna be stuck here, guys. I'm sorry. Really annoying that it does this, but you live and you learn, right? Yeah, something like that. So we'll put that there. Oh wow, that looks just worlds better. All right, so we'll move this, get that out of the way. Move that, move that, move that. We don't need the nippers anymore. I'm wired up now. Like this sucks. Yeah, bummer. Did you polish the Mark 1 helmet? No, I did not. That's just dull metal. Is the cap shield about to fall? Which one? That one? The full one? No, he's good. Trust me, he's good. Hey Frank, just trying not to be a stranger. It's dreaded. I'm on my wife's phone since mine decided to shatter the other day. Was job looking nice. Didn't even think about waxing or preparing. Oh. Hey. Yeah, you can wax them. That's it. No, the full one's good. You guys probably couldn't really see it too well in the other one. I can turn you off now, right? Because you're not cooperating anyway. Ha ha. Whack. Yeah. No. Nope. Do. Yeah, we're gonna weld some Star Boost parts. I think that's what I want to do. That's what we're gonna do. It's not what I wanted. It's gonna happen. Does this thing overheat? Is that what happens? I'm so perplexed, and I want to just know why it does this. Like that's it. This cam 4 link was like $100 and something. Like it's not a cheap cam system, but whatever. All right, Star Boost parts. So what can we weld? There's nothing on the arms we can weld because there just isn't. So we have the thighs, parts of the thigh we can do. I didn't post this anywhere. Officially my second failed print to Star Boost. Right here. Kind of sad about that. Hello, just been wanting to say I'm a huge fan of your work. I really love the Mark 85. Thank you, Professor Greninja. Yeah. The other failed print was this, actually, one of these hip pods. And because of the hexagons, I won't try to save that print. I won't plastic weld where the hexagons are because there's no way that'll look good. Luckily, it only failed on the small hip pod and then a very small part there. These are parts of the shins. We can weld those. Another hip pod. The knee. And these actually go in here. All right, this one? No, not that one. This one. I can build Star Boost now. Like I can fully build him. So this is the front of the shin. This is the knee. I'm probably going to do something to make this actually bend open when I walk. We'll look into that. But yeah, exactly. I can test paints. I got plenty of stuff to test paints, though. That is not a problem. I promise you there. Ooh, that's a good one, too. The butt plate. So, because the way I printed it standing up like this. This was using a ton of overhangs, so I just cut it off right there. And we'll talk about that in the next update video, too. A Mark 39 update. These are the fronts of the shins right here. And it looks like in the picture, this is supposed to be a separate part, actually. This is supposed to like be a flap for when you walk. So when I weld this, I don't think I'm actually going to weld here because I might in the future cut that off. I don't know. These are the backs of the shins. More shins. The knee. The knees, I think these do need to get welded. I think. Hey Frank, how does your Star Boost helmet fit? I printed it at 90%. If it's like a glove, I'd assume it's around the head of the bottom of the opening is too small to get my head in when assembled. Even with the back part, that back part's supposed to open and close. Can you duct tape it all together live? Yeah. I don't know if I have a duct tape that's strong enough right now. This red duct tape might be strong enough. It's holding up the armor stand. Let's find out. We'll do a little test, shall we? Where I can do 1 and 1. I labeled them. There's numbers on these to help me differentiate what goes where. Now, I already know for a very, very hard, solid fact, the shins and thighs are way too long for me. So I'm going to have to do a lot of movie magic to get these to fit properly. Like a lot. They're bigger than the Mark 85s. So that's going to be very interesting to handle. I think I already know where I can cut most of the stuff. Don't know if you remember Thor winged helmet from Ragnarok. I used a big neodymium magnets to make it rotate. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Even without the back part, it's way too... Yeah, man, you might have to scale it up then. That's... That's the shin. Yeah. So part of me actually debated... very small, and I know it wouldn't make a lot of you happy. That's why I went against it. There was a small thought for a little while, a few minutes there, to just make Star Boost into a statue, a really cool statue. But I want a Star Boost suit. Like I want the white Iron Man suit, or you know, sell some of these parts at 100% and reprint them, but. I want to try to make this work for proportion's sake, so we're gonna see what happens. I do want to make a statue one day, though, of a suit. It's like, it's like a big duplicate. Yeah, you're right. You are definitely right about that. Honestly, this back, this shin gives me Gundam vibes. Like the vents, like they look great. I don't know why DO3D cut these vents out in the model, but like the vents on the backpack, they didn't. I had to cut those out with the soldering iron. So that was weird. That was a weird thing they did. One. That's 2. You're 1. Yeah, we'll assemble this. We'll assemble this for a little bit. We got time. We got nothing but time. I don't know why the Jurassic Park theme stuck in my head. Can I sing that? I don't think. Oh, I'll get demonetized. You gotta sing something else so they don't catch me. Oh, that pinged out. This audio isn't killing your guys' ears because I see it maxing out on my gain on the channel, but I don't want to like be blowing out anybody's eardrums here. That would not be bueno. The opposite of bueno. I also need to build an armor. I think I'm at the point now where I need to make an armor stand for Star Boost, but first I need to start fitting everything. So that's the shin, or the thigh, sorry, not the shin, this isn't a shin. And then we can put on, it looks like this side. Look at that hexagon. Look at that. Look how nice that came out. Just started to print Star Boost. It'll be good to see how it should look. Audio's fine on mine. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, that fits like a glove. Yes. Yes. Killing it. And is it channeled? A little bit. So it goes on the outside. Well, unfortunately, because of the stream delay from when I actually see the chat, it takes a few seconds, you know, for me to get notified that there might be an issue and then correct said issue. So just want to make sure. I think a lot of people are going to try to emulate my Star Boost in a sense that they're going to also do what I did and print it 100%, but not realize that that's a bad idea and that they shouldn't do that. So we're going to see how that all goes for everybody. And I try to explain that in the videos, like, hey, you probably shouldn't do it this way. I'm doing it this way. You should probably scale it because you're going to bite off a lot more than you can chew. And then you're going to get aggravated. And then you're going to be like, oh, why did I listen to that jerk? And then you're going to get mad at me when I want to. It's when I rip the duct tape that the audio spikes up. But is it like, does it sound like, you know, good, you know, a good duct tape rip? Like you could soundboard that duct tape? So the two parts that are on the printer right now are the backs of the thighs. It's actually, they sit like here or something like that, right? Right? I don't know how these sit. They sit in here somehow. I want to say here. This is for the other. No, this is for this side. Interesting. No, it's for the other side. Okay. Yeah. Wow, it picks that up. It's not even near my microphone that it's picking that up. I mean, I'm near the microphone. The microphone's attached to me. I can read your questions if you guys want to, you know, ask questions. That's why we're here. I want to teach you guys. I want to teach you guys live. Wow. High quality duct tape rip. Rip. Like the opening of the Batman trailer, you know, that. When are you going to put the Mark 39 Star Boost? I have no idea, dude. Probably there. I'm gonna maybe try to get it between my two Gunpla display cases, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's a Future Frank problem. And Future Frank hates me. Hates me, dude. Hates me. I hate past Frank, actually. He's a jerk. My hands smell like car wax, and I love it. I haven't waxed my car in a long time. I don't think I waxed my car at all this summer, which is sad because I'm a car guy. And I feel ashamed of myself. Oh, this is so big. This is very hard to tape up while also managing to not move around too much because of this damn microphone that decided it wanted to just run out of juice. There's like Star Boost's upper leg. This is almost as long as my whole friggin' leg. So, because of varying proportions of a human body, I don't want to scale each part of the suit. I'd rather scale the thighs right and scale the rest with the same factor. You could do that. You can definitely do that. Oh. Ooh. I guess I can stay there, right? That's not hurting anybody down there. Just pulling my shirt down. My plan was to lay all of Star Boost out in the garage. I had room for it. It's hinged. What do you mean it's hinged? I want to make it hinged. Actually, I would very much like to do that. Make the arm and leg how I planned, how I originally wanted to make. Hey, there's blue. The Mark 85 with the leg being one solid hinged part, and then the arm being one solid hinged part. I thought that would have been pretty cool. But the Mark 85 just wasn't feasible for that. But since this is an actual Iron Man armor, it's not nano skin. That might be possible, actually. So we'll see. I need to get to that stage of fitting. That'd be amazing. Aaron brings his Silver Centurion. Kiara can bring her Mark 42. I'll bring this Mark 85. Julie can bring her Mark 49. I know somebody who's making Heartbreaker, and I can't remember who. Dropwire's making the Mark 7. I'm probably leaving some people out, but they can be hinged. You can make them hinged for sure. There's nothing saying you can't. I'm just wasting so much duct tape, but I'll actually be able to kind of utilize this when I go to weld it all together. So if you guys caught the Twitch stream last night, you saw me starting my resin cast tutorial, prepping for it. That resin actually is already dry, believe it or not. It's still a little tacky, and I'm going to let it sit for another few days. While I film, I got to film making the molds first, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it came out. The colors look great. The colors look perfect already. I want to pop them out of the mold prematurely, but it'll ruin the surface finish if I do that, and I don't want that. I want them to come out nice, you know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up at 9:30. We'll make this an hour-and-a-half stream because I'm still very upsetty spaghetti about this camera issue, and I apologize, but I feel like this quality is terrible, especially compared to my nice 4K camera, even though this is a 4K webcam. You're right. 4K my ass. So, get in your final questions. Get in your final comments, questions, concerns. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Blah, 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 blah. Just me building an Iron Man armor. Again. Trying to avoid the mistakes of old me, which were a lot. I would love to meet up at a Comic-Con with some of you guys. Someone was making an Igor. Seriously? I have DO3D's files for Igor, actually. They are huge. Huge. Someone's hopefully making a Hulkbuster. Oh, gee, you have to send me your, You have to send me your ex-wife. Your ex-wife model. I love what I do, too. This is fun. I don't know what's going to happen when I get older, when I grow up. I don't want to stop doing this. Hopefully I can just keep doing bigger and better things. I don't know what's going to happen to the channel when I have a kid. It can be kind of cool. Have a little maker, little mini me making stuff. Goals, I guess, right? Everybody wants. Tell you what, my kid's got some cool shit. You did send me the ex-wife. I'm sorry. I'm bad at that, dude. I open up Discord messages and I'm like, oh, I gotta download that because I'll open them on my phone and then I will forget. Ask Remco. He marveled me something and I just recently asked, like, hey man, so whatever happened to that? He's like, dude, I sent that to you a while ago, and I'm like, I'm a jerk. So it's not you, it's me, 100%. Not that I would ever blame any of you for my ignorance in that aspect. Why aren't you fitting? That worries me. Oh, yeah, I'm really bad at that. It's like opening a text, like an important text, and you're like, oh man, I got to do that thing. I can't forget. But you opened it, so you never look back at that text to remind yourself that you needed to do that thing. So. Just taping these thighs together sucks. And I'm noticing some manifold collision issues. Some mesh collision issues that have been exacerbated due to the fact that DO3D split up the shin or the thighs into, instead of one piece, you can print them into multiple, and I'm noticing some small discrepancies that we will 100% need to talk about in the video. I'm hoping by the next update video I actually have all this welded together, and then because like I'm not gonna make a video on how to weld. You've seen all that. Nope, not that one. Something like that. Basically something like that. Star Boost leg. Kick it. Yeah, so we're going to stop it there and start setting up to pack up, if you will. So many parts, all of the Iron Man parts. Cannot wait to paint this thing white. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Super excited. Super serial. And transmitter is charging at that percentage, so we can remove you. Bummed my camera died. Mini Iron Man cosplay. Is that Demon in a Bottle hardcover in a display case back there? Yes, that is a Demon in a Bottle hardcover in the display case back there. You're the first one to ever notice. Congratulations, Tomek. Hi, family. Hi, Yitterp. You just caught me at the end of the stream that I'm about to get off. So I appreciate it. Guys, we got a lot of cool things coming up. I promise you. I'm back in the grind. I have a lot of videos. I kind of need to... What I think I need to do mostly is dial it back. I'm clearing out a lot of my projects. I'm clearing out all these helmets. I'm clearing out all these little tiny projects I've been working on. This way now I can focus directly on Star Boost and go full bore into it. Get it done, get it fit, get it painted. Because again, I can do this so much quicker now thanks to this thing. I learned a lot. So you're going to see a lot more videos at the Mark 85. Some pretty funny videos I've planned. I just got to get to the places to do them. I need to make it more comfortable to walk in. It's still not the most comfy thing to walk in. I still have to trim the legs more. During my photo shoot for Comic-Con, my foot went numb. One of my right foot just straight up went numb from some of the pressure. The thigh was pushing down on the shin, and the shin was pushing down on the foot cover, and it was just making my foot die. So yeah. Yeah. Don't forget, if you guys want to interact more, if you want more help, tips, tricks, guidance, to just shoot, just BS with us all day, make sure you check out the Discord. There's over 500 members. Even though there are a lot of lurkers, everybody lurks. Every Discord has lurkers. That's why you lurk, to learn things. So, nothing wrong with that. Go check out the Discord. It's awesome. Really, it's so many cool people. Especially if you're getting started, if you're a pro, vice versa. Tell your friends. Spread the news. I appreciate this. I don't do these streams because I don't know how to put this. I enjoy doing these streams. I know they aren't like my most viewed thing. Like, oh my god, that dude's going, like, no. You guys who come to this obviously want to see this, and I appreciate that. That means a lot that you guys are tuning in, watching me, listening to me, like that. This is so much more. This means so much more than just the normal video I upload. You know, you watch it whenever, but like this is a scheduled thing that you guys need to put time aside to do, and that means worlds to me. So thank you for that. It's just awesome. Like really, I never thought I'd be some type of streamer in any type of way, shape, or form, or YouTuber again, or just it's been awesome, guys. So thank you so much. Check out the Twitch channel. I think I have to add that to my video. I don't think that's in the description. I gotta add that now. To see just like this, just kind of bullshitting workshop builds, not structured. I'm not doing tutorials where I'm showing you all this stuff. It's just me hanging out. We can talk, we can chat, and I'll be in the garage working. I'll be in the print room setting things up. I'll be doing this. So it's a lot more unplugged kind of channel system that I want to get going with that. And then these will be the nice structured live streams. And once I can get internet working in my damn garage for my laptop, this way I can use the nice camera, not my phone, that's what we'll do. So I appreciate it, guys. Really, thank you. Frank, thanks for all the good advice and all your videos. You're welcome. You and everybody else, you're absolutely welcome. Again, I seriously appreciate it. Like, this is just this wild thing that I get to do because of you guys, and I don't know what the future holds. We're gonna see. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this stuff when I move. We'll figure it out. Hopefully my next house is the same size or bigger. Because right now I'm occupying 2 rooms, and I don't think we can. That's not maintainable probably for the future, especially when we have kids. So, thank you. Thank you if you donated. Thank you to all my patrons for making all this possible and helping out with all these finances and stuff. Thank you. Thank you if you bought a printer using my Creality affiliate code. Thank you if you bought a 3D file using my discount code. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. So, have a good night. Thank you. And stay tuned for some 2 to 3 videos this week. 2 to 3. Definitely 2, maybe 3. Bye.